US President Donald Trump has announced a sweeping 25% tariff on all imported cars and light trucks, taking effect next Wednesday. The move marks one of the most aggressive trade actions of his presidency and has sent shockwaves through the global auto industry. Germany, where the car industry is a cornerstone of the economy, faces a particularly harsh new reality. Luxury automakers like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Audi are bracing for massive disruption as they evaluate how to respond to the sudden cost increase. Trump's order means that any vehicle not built in the United States will now face a steep tax. Vehicles manufactured inside the country remain exempt, giving domestic automakers a short-term competitive edge. But the ripple effects of this policy extend far beyond final assembly plants. When a tariff of this scale is introduced with little warning, it disrupts every part of the supply chain. Modern vehicles are built through an intricate global network of suppliers, engineers, and logistics partners. Tooling must be requalified, software revalidated, and safety testing repeated when production shifts between regions. Even packaging specifications and shipping schedules must be redesigned. Luxury automakers are now faced with tough decisions. They can raise sticker prices, risking a collapse in demand. They can absorb the extra costs, which would cut deeply into profits. Or they can pause lower volume imports altogether, focusing only on their most profitable models. Each option carries trade-offs, and none come without pain. Dealerships across the US are already feeling the strain. With holding costs climbing, managers are rethinking which models to order and how to explain delivery delays to customers. Service departments are stockpiling parts to avoid shortages, while sales conversations are shifting away from colors and features toward availability and wait times. Workers on production lines and in design studios are also facing uncertainty. Overtime schedules, training programs, and career planning all depend on stable forecasts. As the horizon becomes uncertain, companies are being forced to cross-train employees and restructure shifts to keep operations steady. Suppliers are among the most vulnerable. Many smaller firms depend on a single luxury brand for most of their revenue. Some will seek bridge financing to survive the disruption, while others may close their doors entirely. Larger suppliers with more diverse portfolios are in a better position to weather the storm. Domestic automakers like Ford and General Motors are not entirely shielded either. While they may benefit from reduced competition in some luxury segments, many of their own vehicles rely on imported electronics, driveline components, and advanced driver assistance systems. These parts will now be subject to the same tariffs, raising costs and complicating production plans. The policy shift also threatens US exports. American-built SUVs and luxury vehicles that are shipped overseas may face retaliatory tariffs from other countries. Ports, rail yards, and trucking companies that depend on international shipments are preparing for sharp declines in volume. For consumers, the impact will be immediate. Prices for imported vehicles will climb sharply, pushing many buyers to consider certified pre-owned vehicles or lower-cost alternatives. Financing terms may be extended to make higher prices more manageable, but affordability will remain a major issue. Technology development could also slow. Many cutting-edge features rely on imported hardware, from battery systems to driver assistance sensors. As costs rise, automakers may delay introducing new technologies or scale back their plans. Behind the headlines, companies are accelerating a shift toward regionalized production. The goal is to build families of components that can be produced in multiple locations, reducing the risk of future trade disruptions. This requires upfront investment in shared standards, digital design tools, and workforce training, but over time, it creates resilience. Environmental commitments add another layer of complexity. Electric vehicle production, battery recycling, and sustainable energy sourcing for factories are still top priorities. Automakers are working to keep these goals on track, even as trade barriers complicate logistics and supply chains. As the situation unfolds, consumers are being urged to stay informed. Automakers are emphasizing clear communication about delivery timelines, warranty coverage, and parts availability. Protecting customer trust is seen as vital to long-term survival, even if certain models disappear temporarily from showrooms. This 25% tariff has set off a chain reaction that touches every corner of the auto industry, from German factories to American dealerships, from port workers to families deciding on their next car. What began as a political move now threatens to reshape an entire global marketplace. This is USA News Report. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.